Hi, I'm Greg with Fizzics Group, here with Ryan, head brewer at Mispillion Brewing Company. Ryan, thanks for having us here today. Cheers.
Cheers.
So tell us a little about what we're drinking here.
So this is Orange Strength. This is our Orange Berliner Weiss and Kettle Sour.
It's tasty. I like it. Big fan of the Berliner Weiss. So tell us how you got into brewing.
I was brewing at home, like most guys, and I worked a federal job. I was in the Marine Corps, did a lot of things for the government, and I got tired of working for the government and wanted to do something different. So I went to brewing school and got up with Eric here at Mispillion and never looked back.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about how Mispillion got started and a little bit about the background or history.
So Eric Williams, Megan Williams, and we got about a few other partners in it. Got together and they formed Mispillion River. We opened November 2013, and that's how we started. Just got together, had some home brewers, some people that were just more business oriented, and came together and made beer.
Awesome. What would you say is Mispillion's approach to craft beer?
So I guess we have a little bit of a motto: calculated randomness. We don't really plan necessarily a lot of our pilot batches. We like to be all over the board when it comes to beer styles. So I would say our approach is it's calculated. We put our effort into each recipe, but it's random. You don't know what you're going to get. It could be a double in the middle of the summer. It could be a Berliner Weiss in the winter. It could be all over the board.
Cool. So can you tell us about any upcoming projects you got going on here?
Upcoming projects. So pretty soon, this fall, we're going to be releasing Seven Swords. Seven Swords is our blonde stout, and it's a really fun beer to brew. It's technically challenging, and very fun beer.
Cool. I'll look out for that one. Do you remember the first draft beer that you ever had?
So the first draft beer I had was we're located 15 minutes north of Milton, where Dogfish Head Brewery is. And so my first draft beer was Dogfish 60, craft beer at least.
Yeah.
I'm sure I had a Coors Light here and there early on or something like that. But
that's a great gateway beer to get you into it. Nice and local here in Delaware too. So have you noticed, what would you notice is the major difference between a traditional hand pour versus dispensing the beer through the Fizzics draft beer system?
Well, I know today we're pouring Orange Strength through it, and Berliner Weisses, the low acidity, typically their head retention is not there. With Fizzics, it's got a very long, established head retention, great lacing on the glass, and it increases the aromatics over the years. So, cool.
If you could have only 3 styles of beers on tap for the rest of your life, what would they be?
I would probably have a Hefeweizen, a Berliner Weiss, and an IPA.
You could have a beer with anyone, living or dead, who would it be?
Gosh, I would just have a beer with Sam Calgione at Dogfish. He was a little bit of my inspiration for getting into brewing. I had a beer with him, but I'd have another one any day of the week. So
awesome. Well, cheers. Thanks for having us, man.
Cheers, man.